Hey guys, welcome back to the Hoosier Homestead. This is Alex. Just doing a quick little video of this tractor we bought yesterday for the homestead. The John Deere 650. It's a 1985 model, 2-cylinder Yanmar diesel. Only about 780 hours, which I think is pretty low for this old of a machine. And I've been told that these can go up to about 4,000 hours easily. So I was pretty excited to get this one. We found this blade in the back pasture that I hooked up just to get ready for the upcoming snow this week. So hopefully that works out well for us. But obviously got a 3-point hitch, category 1. Got a rear PTO back there as well. I think it's got a front PTO, which I don't know a whole lot about. I just know you can see there's a pulley down there. Then when you flip it on, the pulley will spin. There it is. And so you can hook up like a snow blower or like a front rototiller, or even a belly motor. A belly mower, I think, would work for this. But we'll see. One thing at a time. But definitely gonna use this for moving snow this winter, as well as I'd like to get a finishing mower to pull behind to mow the yard with, and probably get a tiller or a disc or something to use for our garden. Just a lot of different stuff we can use with this. Thought about just getting a basic riding lawnmower, but something like this I think is going to be a lot more versatile, have a lot more power. This has got about 17 horsepower with the engine. I think the PTO is like 14.5, so kind of small, but I think for what we're going to use it for, it'll work out just fine. Open up the hood. It also came with these 4 nice John Deere weights. I think theirs are 50 or 75 pounds each, something like that. So here's the engine, just a little 2-cylinder diesel. I kind of wondered what these markings were. Just realized it's Japanese, because it is a Japanese engine. It's made in Osaka, Japan. But I've heard these Yanmars are pretty solid. So it's got a radiator, liquid cooled. It's the air filter, battery up front. I think it'll be pretty easy to work on. Everything's pretty easy to get to. The oil filter starter there. And on the other side, I'll show you. The fuel filter and fuel pump, all that stuff. Exhaust, I think, is missing the top part, but that's not a big deal. I believe the factory, it came horizontal, but I've seen a lot of these horizontal. I've seen a lot of them vertical when I was looking around. I wanted to get a 650 or 750, and this one came up I saw, and it was a pretty good, decent price. So got the throttle here. It's also got this foot throttle, which has kind of been annoying, but I don't know. I might take it off, might leave it. Just if you wanted to get a little more oomph, I guess. But I'll probably use the hand throttle most of the time. The only thing is, so the brakes are right here. If you're getting up or out of it or hitting the brakes and your foot slips, and I bumped that a couple of times, but just maybe take some getting used to. It does have, I don't know what you call it, split brakes, left and right. Parking brakes on. But I'll just run them both together at the same time. But you could brake the left and right rear wheels independently, which I guess could be useful in certain situations. If I didn't have this blade down, I'd be able to push this by hand. It's not light, but it's easy to move by hand. I think curb weight is like 1,800 pounds. Let me put this back on. Gear shifted. or geared transmission. It's got 8 gears, so high and low, and then 1 through 8 in reverse in both high and low. This is for the 3-point hitch to raise and lower. It's PTO drive there, or starter there. Some of these models do have 4-wheel drive. This is not. This is 2-wheel drive, but the lever for 4-wheel drive would be right there if it did. We'll see if this works. I think I was fine not having 4-wheel drive, but I think we'll be okay. So yeah, I was pretty excited in the condition of it as well. The 750 I looked at was pretty rusty. It had 4-wheel drive, and it came with a front snow blade. So that was the only really benefit of going with that model, or that 750, that specific tractor. But it was pretty rusty. It still had really low hours, only like 400 hours, but for the price, I didn't want to do that. The only rust I've seen is right on the fender here, which isn't bad. There are a couple marks up here. You can tell that they repainted it with John Deere green at least, but I think it's in pretty decent shape for the year. The seat has a split, but that doesn't bother me. These are like $150 to replace, so I'm probably not gonna make that a priority. Yeah, seat folds up so it doesn't get wet if you do keep it outside. I'm gonna try to keep this in the garage for the most part. Go and fire it up, see how it sounds. Lights all work. Got flashers. Got front headlights and rear headlights. And that tail light there. I think, yeah, there's also this rear headlight, I guess, which is nice, I guess, if you're working at night, but probably won't do that a whole lot. We'll see. It's got, the instructions say for cold start, you turn it to the left for like 10 seconds. I guess that's warming up the glow plugs. There is no block heater, so I guess that is their way of warming up this engine. So go ahead and push the throttle up. This was just ran, so I don't think I need to do this, but I'll just show you. You can just hold that down. The light doesn't really go off that I've seen. But yeah, that's a 650. We'll see how it does with the stuff we've got planned for out here on the Hoosier Homestead, but really just gonna use it for mowing, maybe tilling up the garden, plowing some snow. There is, in the back pasture, I did find a few implements that we're gonna see how good of condition they are. I was kind of looking at them yesterday, but that's where I found this blade, was back there. There's a 2-bottom plow. I think there's a disc back there, an old bush hog, which looks definitely seen better days. So I need to dig those out and see how they run with this, but I think they'll work out. Maybe the bush hog might be a little heavy, but the blade definitely is top priority right now because we got some snow coming this week. But yeah, not too many electronics on this thing, which I like. Fewer things to go wrong. Fuel gauge is, what do you call that, pneumatic? I'm not sure. But you can tell that they kept this in pretty decent shape. It's kept inside, it seems like. I think it was purchased in Indiana, stayed in Indiana its whole life, it seems like. So probably just 1 or 2 owners, I'm guessing. Yeah, that is the John Deere 650. When I was looking for these to purchase one, I didn't see a whole lot of content on YouTube, only like 2 or 3 videos, so I just thought I'd share a little more detail. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm trying to think of anything else I forgot, but fuse box is down here. I wondered what that was on a lot of these videos. They didn't show or say what it was. Oh, one more thing, which is really handy actually. This is, it locks the rear differential, so the tires will spin at the same speed. If you press that down and you hit that with your heel of your right foot, and so when you let go, it unlocks them. So a lot of tractors have that in the front, just like a front pedal, and it locks in, and then you got to unlock it. So this is nice because you're not going to forget about it and leave your rear differential locked in. So this is, once you let go, it releases. So that is come in handy since this is 2-wheel drive, because I have spun out a little bit because it is a little muddy here, but that has definitely helped in the little that I've used it already. Not sure what this is. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. I'm guessing for maybe a belly mower. I don't know. Still a lot to learn. My brother sent me a manual for this, so I need to go through that and see what she can do. That's about it. Just wanted to show you guys the 650, and if you have any questions, let me know. But appreciate you watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. But have a good day.